I'm Pecky. Welcome more, y'all. Hey. There, BB. Their favorite thing to do tonight is to keep crying to get into my lap and then cry because they're in my lap and it's not sufficiently comfortable there because my legs aren't quite fat enough. It's so tough. It's so tough for them. Hello. Merry Christmas Eve. And to y'all that live in the future, Merry Christmas. Just staring at baby. Oh, just staring at baby. Also, I remade my scarf model. You probably can't tell much difference, but it's a little less janky. It's a little less like warpy. It does less like warping, if you know what I mean. And this should be easier to make. I want to put a pattern on it, like a plaid pattern or something for tomorrow for Christmas. For Christmas. Alright. Your cat demands Christmas churu. Churumas. So, yesterday, we finally found our car, and so we have our badge, first of all, so we can talk to Joyce some more, hopefully. But also, we gotta explore the rest of this area. Who knows what else and who else is here? Take a look. One yep. Boop. What are these doing in the fish? Franco-Nigerian cavalry boots +1 perception. Hey. A view from above. Are they implying these are like Nazi boots? They look a little...
I know boots always help me see better.
I chose that voice because it gives me some vibes like the horrible tie. Good old calf-length cavalry boots. Mount that horse and ride into the night. The heel comes in handy too. It definitely makes you some good 5 centimeters taller, but could it be that it's also making you sharper, more perceptive to your surroundings now that you've gained a new perspective? I see. I am simply taller. I'm taller. This boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored.
Hi, officer.
Lillian, the net picker. A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay, considering an overturned boat. A sword and a scabbard hangs from her hip. What the fuck?
Anything I can help you with?
That depends. Where are we exactly? Or I've questions. The first is, what's your name? Move on. I'm good. Leave. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium. The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
I don't... Y'all didn't ask me if I was ready to receive information that may harm me. You need to ask that first before you say such things. You need to... This is on you. The first... What's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me
I read that.
Nitpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
Shut up.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts. Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Thanks, suggestion. I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help? Or I was asked to get your signature. Hand her Everett's envelope. Or what do you do around here? Or nice sword. Point at the saber at her hip. Does it come with a story? Or is that your boat? Point at the overturned boat. I'll ask about her sword.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
Hold on, do you know how to use it? Or it is imposing nod? Or isn't that what guns are for? Hold on, do you know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
Why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
She adds, tittering. Can I borrow that sword? Or why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective? Or where are all the men now? Proceed. Where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Wait, why if they're thick-headed? Where's your husband now?
Gone.
Gone where? Gone? Coward. I would never leave anyone. Or he disappeared? Sounds like a missing persons case. You can't not say something stupid. Gone where?
To the waves. The
Merry
sea
Christmas,
took
Ace,
him.
thank you.
It was a long time ago.
That's bad. What happened? Or, oh, say no more, wait for her to continue.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty.
Can't imagine doing such a mistake.
Bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Oof. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
Yeah, death is nothing. I shit on death. Or, you should have thrown yourself in the waves after him, nod sagely. What the fuck? Or, time really is the best cure for sorrow, isn't it? Or, it's healthy to let go and move on. Gotta keep the wheels spinning. Let me do that one.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
She doesn't look very old. She glances at the village where two kids are playing with what looks like rocks.
This is neither a touchy
Are they throwing them at a
nor
corpse?
A very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Oh no.
Do it! Hit on the widow! It's the right thing to do!
She does seem like someone who's like designed to be very desirable for a video game player. You know, she's got like a fucking sword and shit. I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help. I was asked to get your signature. What do you do around here? Is that your boat?
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Sunny days, put your hand in the rain.
Aye. Sunny days. You got a problem with that?
He looks at the rain circles on the water.
No, ma'am. We have no quarrel with sunny days.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets, bad news for the kids.
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the rain streaming down the yellow belly of the boat.
When do you think the boat will be ready?
In time, when the sea turns and the winds settle, she will be ready.
Okay.
My prediction, it will be at least 2 days.
Happy holidays. Thanks, visual calculus. What do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
Is that enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Hell yeah.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
That's what sounded like I was hitting on her?
This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Mom, my head's fighting. Interesting. What have you found? Or I never thought the sea brought in anything particularly interesting. Or walking on the beach sounds quite romantic. Or, alright, I think I get it. Let me ask you something else. Interesting. What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once.
I wasn't flirting. I haven't flirted. I asked her about her job.
Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
I need to know about those human bodies, or a mine. The RCM could use a mine. Where is it? Or drugs. I need info on this. Major narc. Point to yourself. This place looks bad. Why don't you leave? Okay, enough about this place. I need to know about those human bodies.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
Twitch better give me some of that monya. Give me a tiny cut of that monya.
Maybe steer clear of the things reminding her of the floater she used to be married to. Just saying.
That's fair. That's fair suggestion. She needs to go out on a date with another drunk badly. -1. Don't know a good spot yet. Explore the coast. -1. Kim's presence makes it awkward. Oh yeah, -6. Don't know a good spot yet. Oh my god. I do like the idea that you could theoretically succeed even without knowing where. Like, I guess... God, I wonder what would happen. I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help?
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for a missing crypto... Oh, yeah! I'm looking for missing cryptozoologists.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
People who look for imaginary animals, or people who look for animals who are hard to find, or people who look for animals mainstream scientists deny exist. People who look for imaginary animals.
Aha! Like snowmen.
Snowmen? I haven't heard about those.
2 odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Wait, the like?
Right. Not only snowmen, also green men, monkey men burning rhinos. You get the picture.
Oh, you're getting it. And it is gorgeous.
This is a fucked up world where they don't know about making snowmen. Ah. Where did they go?
I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
That's it. I'm not looking for anything else right now.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Be seeing you. I want to look at... First of all, teeny tiny alert. Teeny tiny alert. Oh, we did the teeny tiny. We're just small. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, sleepy.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month
so
construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
I want to do this before I talk to her about it. I have 3 skill points. Bucket.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period, and there is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Wait, what are the ramifications of this? Or, look, Kim, points to the photocopy. These people are going to have to move away. Can we do something about it? Or, the noise will be tough on the villagers, but I guess that's just the cost of progress. Wait, what are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
These people are going to have to move away. Can we do something about it?
I should have seen it.
Lieutenant frowns as he reads over the document again.
Evrard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone.
Forge them? -10. Everett's people could be watching you here. Wait. Why is that his response to these people are going to have to move away? Can we do something about it? I know, let's forge it. What the fuck? I don't know about that. What the fuck? I guess. It seems kind of weird. Here, let's go ahead and ask her about it.
Hi, the sea's gonna calm down soon.
I was asked to get your signature.
This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the Union building?
Everett's planning to turn some of the village into a youth center.
What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that.
Her voice trails off.
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
Thought, what exactly? So will you sign it? Or on second thought, don't sign the paper that we don't have enough youth for this center, perhaps? Thought, what exactly?
That Everard and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well, I guess Union members have children too.
What, there's only 4 confirmed children in this village.
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
So will you sign it? Or on second thought, don't sign the papers. So will you sign it?
Aye. Why not?
Oh.
Fine. Here you go.
Wait, why did you sign it?
I shouldn't have.
I looked at the documents and no, you shouldn't have. No, it's a youth center. Why shouldn't you? I mean, it's Everett, so it's probably a mistake. No, it's a youth center. Why shouldn't you?
That's what I asked you. It's a youth centre and I have children. Got to give them something else to do. They're cute and small now, but they're growing up fast. I had my first drink when I was 11 because I was so bored. Anyhow, you also need Isabel's signature. If it's a bad idea, she won't sign. You'll find she's a tougher nut to crack than me.
Okay.
Sound logic. Division of labor. She leaves the skepticism to the skeptic.
Look, I'm not used to people actually cooperating just because
I'd already forgotten that he has that voice. That's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way, point to the sunken vehicle.
Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
I wasn't feeling it, or it was an accident, I'm sorry, or I got drunk and apparently drove it in the sea, or an official investigation has been launched by me to determine just that, ma'am. I really was like, why is one of the crazy inner voices talking? Oh, right, that's what I made him. Also, it's pirate, for the record, supposedly. It was an accident, I'm sorry. Sorry, cop.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
You are suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage? Or, no, that's senseless sentimentality. Inanimate objects don't have souls. Or, I'm actually in the middle of a murder investigation right now.
Police business. I understand. Anything I can help you with?
Be seeing you. I really need to get out there, catch something. On this nice sunny day we're having. Container. Oh, other lady. You can't see the house into the house from this angle. It's locked tight. Suriram, ram. Children. The street sign is illegible below the graffito.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
The they have different colors in their models, but in the art they're the same art. You must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
Explains the other one, tongue still lolling out of his mouth. He sounds way younger than he looks. I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders.
Look, these kids look like 10 or some shit.
The other one laughs as well. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. An interesting reason, somehow tied to the case.
Really, Inland? What are you laughing about?
The boy stops laughing and looks at his toes. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. Now he's not talking. Just wobbling
You act
around
like-
like he's afraid of something.
We very rarely hear from you.
You will never get an answer. That's how it is with these little idiots.
Damn, Logic, damn. Children are stupid. You guys look identical.
The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
He looks just like me.
The other one says, yeah, I said that.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt. The rock kicker was just being shy, but now he's enthusiastic again.
You're bad with kids.
The lieutenant remarks with evident glee. I am, yes. Or what are you, Kidmaster General? Or it's impossible to be good with kids. They're too stupid. Also, one sec. I need you to understand, like, their proportions and stuff. Like, they sound like, I'm always a baby. But look at them. They're not, like, toddlers. This is like a 10-year-old or some shit. I don't think they would have a water boy for that. Yeah. I like children. I like to amuse children. I am, yes.
Don't worry, everyone is. How about we do some police work now? We're not getting anything here.
Children are stupid. The scruffy-haired little kid laughs as though in agreement.
You're stupid.
The other one tells him, suddenly very serious. Okay, how about you policeman ask you something else now? Or, I'm just gonna leave now. I'm gonna leave and not talk to you anymore. Leave. Or, bye. Okay, how about the policeman asks you something else now?
Okay.
The scruffy-haired boy squints up at you. Bye, kids. Excellent talk. The woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot sujunti.
What did we... Was that India? What was it?
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
If you can't see, then how did you know I was here? Or lean forward. Or what if I don't want to? Lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Why does she sound like German or something?
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan. Shows you got style.
We're cops, we're hellraisers, click, click, bang, bang! Bang, bang, bang! What he said, we're cops, we don't cause trouble, we take care of trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then.
Oh yeah, now she
Wish
sounds a
you
little more
did.
French.
But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Wait, I've been here before? Or... Harry can't, like, comprehend that she just means the police in general. What kind of an ill omen are we talking about? Or, I am an ill omen, alright? Proceed. Or, if I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that? What kind of ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black Hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
Wait, I've been here before?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another, locked himself in that woodshed over there.
She points to the building behind her.
He was brooding, needed some help
I know, I was
opening
like,
the door.
sounds more like a cat.
You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
If I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that?
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome
Fair
here.
enough.
As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
Well, you don't have to worry about a gun on my part.
I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of
Also
houses.
not a problem.
Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Or could someone stay around here? Or what is in this fishing village? Or what's further down the coast? Or tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here? Who exactly are you here? Who exactly are you here? This is interesting. Like I might find a cheaper place to lodge or something. Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave.
Hey.
That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
Her soapy thumb points to the building behind her. How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the
Ah.
village to the RCM.
Wait, hold on. You're just giving it to me? Or I'm not sure if it's appropriate for the RCM to accept free accommodations. That's definitely not an issue, I don't think. Or there's this guy, Gart, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold. Or, okay, I'll take it. Get keys to your new home. What the fuck? Okay, I'll take it.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the place.
A key appears from under her apron. She hands it to you.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you.
He looks
Here,
around and
in a
adds,
shack.
yeah.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room.
That is true. It's like they make it sound like it's worse off than our thing, but we have an open window and shit.
Finally, you have those lame-os of matinees off your back, Bratan. This looks like a great place to bring chicks.
What's in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist. This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just
Don't
a
say
cluster
that.
of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
Don't say that.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Oh yeah. When I opened the game, it did say like new quick travel option, and I was like, quick travel. so that's cool. This place is so pornographically poor. It's not even funny. This place is so pornographically poor. Or there's got to be something here. Tell me. Or who else lives in this village? Or is there a way to make a little money around here? Or all right, there's another tough collector dress. Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east. But
They'll
they're
head across
away
the
right
courtyard.
now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
I can only say I met Lillian and her twins all. Oh, right. For some reason, I got Lillian confused with the other lady. That's not Lillian that we were looking for. I met Lillian and her twins already.
Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here, at least.
Oh.
If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left.
This seems like a weird place to build a very elaborate youth center. I haven't seen any drunks yet, though.
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
Just have to look in the mirror. There's got to be something here. Tell me.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
The pulse. What's that?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain.
Sounds like a great place for Ghost Cop.
After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses, shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
All right, there's another topic I'd like to address.
She nods, rinsing
we will
another
go there.
piece of cloth.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity.
That's also a great
It's
place for
been
Ghost
there
Cop.
since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So,
Hell yeah.
they
Godless
don't hold
country.
services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes.
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
Yeah, when you were here 300 years ago?
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
I get the feeling you're leaving stuff out. What else is going on?
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. It started a few days ago, and now it's blasting, even through the night. And now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church. I don't like that.
Interesting. You could look into this ruckus.
Are some
if
like
you have the
teens just
time.
using it as a party venue or something? Oh no, I really wanted to turn on the kitty. I wanted to make the kitty cam big without disturbing it. Oh no. Oh no. No. Are you just so comfy and eepy? You just an eepy, comfy little guy.
Well,
Oh, just an eepy, comfy little guy. Yeah. Yeah. Good job. Good job. God, he's so good at it, but he does.
Perhaps the mysterious music is somehow connected to the case. A Rusalka or a half-demonic Apsara singing.
What else is down the coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Which is it then? Apartments or electrical plant?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
Who'd want to come to a fish market here, or that's it? There's got to be more along the coast.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
want
build
a
that big egg.
development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible.
This, I'm like, why doesn't Everett want to use any of these convenient abandoned buildings to build his youth center in? Huh?
And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
She drops a bar of soap into the bucket with a splash. Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here?
Me? No one.
I
Just
assume
an
that's supposed
old
to be why.
washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie.
Isabel Sadie.
Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant W. Freighter, Harrier Dubois.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
Double. I was asked to get your signature.
Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all the scribble. Tell me what it says.
Everett wants to turn part of the village into a little youth center, or it's just a real estate deal, nothing ominous, or actually never mind, I won't bother you with this. Everett wants to turn part of the village into a little youth center.
Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. I see Lillian's name is already here. The girl is too trusting. Either way, I won't sign
Hell
legal
yeah,
papers.
she's sharp. She hands an envelope back to you. What do you have against the Union?
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep.
He pulls a dark red rag out of the bucket and puts it back.
Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
Fair enough.
In her mind, the Union is right-wing because Everard is fat.
What?
It's that simple, and there's no changing it.
Are you sure, Rhetoric? Are you sure?
She is headstrong, but there's a slight hesitation in there. You may be able to convince her.
Suggestion, legendary. Oh, I haven't even answered. Harrier is a good name. +1 and +1. Trust the tenant. Convince her to sign Everard's document. Yeah, what the fuck? Go buy him off. Game showing your bias. Political bias. A wedding stone, well worn and covered in rust. Very well, you may cash in your backseat coin, sir. Much like the river Styx. Invest in Shivers. Oh, because I haven't been getting any good Shivers content. Also, am I memorizing anything at the moment? Boop. No, that's horrible. So I can do, what, the moralism one, the communism one, become a magnesium-based life form. You know what? Let's do visual calculus. Let's learn about communism. It's about time. Okay, and then I just have one more skill point. Shivers. Yeah, I really haven't been getting any Shivers thoughts at all. Level up. There, you son of a bitch. No, I'm not gonna be rebuilding it. I'm a filthy centrist. White curtains have been drawn shut, no looking in. But I was mentioning on the Discord, I didn't want to do it back when I thought, I didn't understand how these thoughts work, you know, that it's just kind of like a passing thing and then you get a stat effect. I didn't know if it was going to lock me into actually having to try to rebuild communism or something. You see dust-covered linens, dried tulips on a bed. Pant. Intersolary trousers. +1 to Kingdom of Conscience. Whoa, what? Tailored trousers, wait, +1 to Kingdom of Conscience. Moreless pants! Tailored trousers in light brown, moderate in every aspect. They're absolutely unremarkable. In other words, perfect. God, what was the other one that had it was +1 to Was it like unusual taxation or something? Oh, was it? Wait, what was it? Was it? Oh, yes, indirect modes of taxation. Hmm. Cinder blocks charred, a makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time.
You
when
already told me
Lieutenant
that about
Kitsuragi is gone.
benches! Leave me alone, jump scare tutorial agent. The bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. Ooh.
You stop mid-step
Hello, fellow
and
hobos.
put your hand on a garish necktie.
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
Where? Bottle what?
In this drunk's hand, on the pipe there, glowing blue, a mysterious, otherworldly blue, filled to the brim with holy mysteries.
I really don't care about any bottle. I don't want to look at it. Or, okay, cool, what do I do next? Okay, cool, what do I do
Oh, I
next?
think this is about so much more than cool. Please go talk to him. See what it's about. I'm drawn to it.
Me showing up with a skateboard slung over my shoulder. Hello, fellow hobos. Okay, so which one had the bottle? Okay. Grumbles an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition, then turns his head away. Don't call Abigail.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
I'm sure.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
I am the law. Oh, whoa, look at this, like, kind of interesting futuristic, whatever the fuck. Oh, is it like a cooler? Cooler cart? Here, behold. So you can see it a bit better. Kind of interesting. Triangle. Triangle. I am the law. Who is Abigail? I'll call whoever I want. Don't tell me what to do. Or, this is making me uncomfortable. Leave. Who's Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking call Abigail.
Yeah, I could see it being a sci-fi grocery cart, but yeah, one of those ones for like selling things makes sense. Like a street vendor thingy with a panel. That makes sense to me.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. Calling her wouldn't make it any better
Yeah.
or worse. You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Who are you? What's your name? Or where am I? What is this place? Or why shouldn't I call Abigail? Or tell me about your friends. Point to the others. Why shouldn't I call Abigail?
He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
Lean in.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
He then waves his hand as if shooing you away. But damn it, I wanted to make a joke about Aunt Rhody. Can we go call Aunt Rhody though? Resident Evil joke. Who are you? What's your name?
Don't call Abigail.
That's a long name. Where am I? What is this place?
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible.
Hey, I'm on an important official investigation. I demand you answer my questions or tell me about your friends.
Don't you fucking call her. Hear me?
Everett's helping me
Abigail.
find my gun.
That sounded way too much like it could have been in game. Walk away.
Don't call Abigail.
So go tell Aunt Rhody.
Hey, tequila!
A 30. I like how their portraits are all like messed up because they're all like drunk as fuck. Yeah, this is rough for these guys, whether they're homeless or not. A 30-something man clad in two-piece lycra tracksuit puts lycra TM tracksuit puts down his pilsner and extends his hand in greeting.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Have I drunk with them before? I could see that. Shake his hand or don't shake his hand. Shake his hand.
So what's happening?
He picks up his beer. Wait, tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang. Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
What the fuck?
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
Not too hot. I'm on a 50-year losing streak. Or reality, it makes me aggressively sad. Or don't know, people tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that. Or I have re-entered reality to conquer it, to bend it to my will. I am the law. Or, well, nice meeting you, but I've got to go. I love how many times you could just, in theory, walk around saying, I am the law. Not too hot. I don't think I'm on a 50-year losing streak. People keep telling me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that.
It's good to hear that you're on top of things. Talking about used to, did you know that I used to be a real mover and shaker?
He thoughtfully picks at his shit-stained lycra jacket.
Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
He takes a sip from his beer.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks.
What do you guys do around here? Or could you and your pal sign this document? Show Everart's letter. Or what is a tequila sunset? You keep saying that. I thought tequila sunset was like a mixed drink.
It's you. Your Tequila Sunset.
How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
No, you sure don't.
No, or maybe? No.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset
Oh, I
came
am
to
thinking of
be?
Tequila Sunrise.
Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
For some reason, the name tequila fills me with foreboding. Maybe I shouldn't learn what it means. Or go ahead. Or no, this sounds scary. Go ahead.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords.
This guy's voice acting is so ominous.
Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Wait, did we meet on Friday?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story.
I don't like this guy. He scares
Stop
me.
interrupting.
He takes another sip, then continues.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
I would never.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
I still don't like this guy's vibes.
Oh, yes, you do, Bratushka. The only thing better than that is putting the pedal to the metal after you kiss the tie. And off we go.
Get up here, horrific necktie.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
I just noticed his name is Idiot Doom Spiral.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally, or I want to get off this story train right now. Naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence.
Idiot
if you
Doom Spiral
will,
is the name of my band.
followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never
Brewskis.
underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
Well, there you go,
What
bro.
we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you.
That's me.
Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs. The time hath come!
He fucking loves Machikaru Mazoku.
So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things."
Oh god, what happened next? Or say nothing, it's more dignified that way. Or every word I said was true. Tequila Sunset will break the looms of reality. Oh god, what happened next?
Your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice. We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster.
Hell yeah, I'm the Kraken.
When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep.
My uniform wasn't in there. Oh, I guess only my dress uniform or whatever that is.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
You know what kind of energy this guy has? For people who've watched Adventure Time, you know that like party bear guy who leads the party bears in that stomach where they're all gonna die?
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Wait, so is Tequila Sunset an event or a name? Or Tequila Sunset, huh? Sounds pretty good. Or my real name is Harry. Huh? Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
He smiles. How long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk
One of the
about
babies-
Revacholian women.
Uh-oh. One of the babies is crying. Who's crying? They're crying because they were about to poopy.
How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a
Can I
short
imagine
while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
Did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me? Did I mention losing anything else? Did I say anything about my colleagues? Did I say anything about the case? Did we talk about politics? Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was? I don't need to hear more. Did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Checks out.
Please, don't open that door.
I took physical damage.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail!
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Nah, you're a bad guesser. Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge? You said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy.
Yeah, I didn't lose my gun in that way.
In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
That is a big one. Did I say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
Fuck yeah.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
Shut up, empathy.
No specifics, though.
My
It was
partner
more
showed up
about
in a silly
you
wig.
that night. You were the star of the show.
Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
Continue.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
We haven't unlocked that one yet. Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept apologizing for being such a bad cop and for the damage you inflicted on everyone around you.
Oh my god, I love it. I love that it's like retroactive.
You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid."
I don't need to hear anymore.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
He looks at his comrades.
Please. Please don't go. Don't go.
Begs the man in the pipe.
Okay, we're drinking.
Bet.
We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing.
Fuck yeah, it is
tried
random
to save
ham.
the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now
Sounds like
it's
a man who didn't know how to
pirate's
hustle
life for
grind.
me.
Arr. You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
Yes, want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
You might get scammed here.
I have a feeling this is going to cost me a lot. Or what do you need? I have a feeling this is going to cost me a lot.
No, the reality of the situation requires a rather modest contribution. A little motivational package.
What do you need?
Booze. Did you already forget our party?
He tapped his finger
The
to his
thing
temple.
I relayed to you earlier. So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
I can't handle how tiny and eepy. Hello. Looking up at me with your sleepy, sleepy eyes. Sleepy, sleepy eyes. Really tiny. Oh, the babies are crying and he's crying to them. Here. Others. I've got some sweet Commodore Red, give it, or I don't have any on me right now, lie, or I don't want to give you any alcohol, I'm not an enabler, don't do it now.
The peculiar creature is so eepy.
I've got some sweet Commodore Red, give it.
Classy.
He snatches the bottle and pushes the cork in through the bottleneck.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
One of the other bums interjects.
Don't call Abigail.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here.
He turns to you.
Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George. But
George.
around here, you already know.
George of the jungle.
I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder / junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm. I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
I think I'm starting to see, you know, where some of my doucher vibes were coming from. How many people did you have working for you?
22 full-time employees.
Nice.
An all-star team. A potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours.
Did the jogging help?
It did. With my trusty Sansarique tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit.
He says thoughtfully, brushing dust off his shit-stained pants. What happened?
One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
He shakes the bottle and makes a ringing sound.
His eyes are clouded, his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles. His eyes are your eyes.
Are they party eyes?
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see? At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
What the fuck is going on? How wet are we talking?
Wet, okay? It was raining really hard.
There's a trace of derision in his voice.
I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
Ouch! Or I would have landed on my feet. I've got feline reflexes. Or say nothing. Ouch!
Ouch indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
You gotta be shitting me.
I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key, I'd taken the key to the office.
I feel like this is going to be an elaborate series of excuses for some crime he committed. Okay, what happened next?
I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best.
He pauses meaningfully.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Shut up, empathy.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there.
Uh-huh.
But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this. So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
Wait, is that it? I feel there's some steps missing. Or, I've only been a hobo cop for a few days now, but it doesn't seem so bad. Or, look on the bright side, you've got one hell of a story. Or, you do realize all this is your own fault. Or, I literally can't believe it. Yeah, there's like something about the quality of this story that reminds me of, you know, like how I like to watch court cases. This is the kind of thing where like the person who did the killing decides that they can like create a very elaborate series of events to explain like all the evidence that like doesn't really make sense. But you know, like it's like, okay, well this explains this part and this explains this part. And lo and behold, this happened. Wow. Like it has that energy. It feels like there are some steps missing.
Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any ID on me, so they tossed me in jail for 2 days. I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No offense, gentlemen.
Still don't buy it. You do realize all of this is your own fault. I literally can't believe it.
Me neither, Tequila. When I lost my keys, I lost more than access to my apartment. I also lost my leverage over humanity. I wasn't a high-concept creative director anymore. I was just some homeless asshole with a
fuck is
premium
with this guy?
Sunsilk Lycra tracksuit. You can't imagine what that does to a man's confidence. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
Why do you keep losing all your stuff?
Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty two-piece Lycra tracksuit?
Lycra.
I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of ass. But somehow it all got away from me.
Well, you could have started by not referring to her as a piece of
Now I can't
ass.
hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these two drunks.
You of all people should empathize with this. Perhaps this lost jacket is something you could help with?
I don't even know if this lost jacket actually exists, Empathy. What's the name of your agency, or what's up with the tracksuit, or what about the other drunks, or what's this about a lost jacket? What's this about a lost jacket?
My fellow members of the Union of Moribund
Oh wait, I said what about the other
Alcoholics?
drunks?
They're exactly what they look like.
Hey, Tequila! You want to buy some speed?
How straightforward.
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. He's a cop, remember?
I thought he was a cool cop.
Alas.
Don't call Abigail.
I won't.
And this is Abs. So yeah, that's basically us. We drink together.
Do they call him Abs because he always talks about Abigail? What is this about a lost jacket?
Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my Lycra threads, but it did itch a lot less. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila?
I'm just not sure if he's supposed to sound as suspicious as he does with this voice acting. It's hard for me to tell. Wait, you're asking a police officer to help find a jacket you stole and then lost? Okay, sure. Where'd you lose? Wait, I called it a stolen jacket?
Yeah, exactly. You're here to serve, right?
Okay, sure. Where'd you lose it?
If I knew where I lost it, don't you think I'd have it? I mean...
Oh, did he say he stole it?
Maybe I was up by the boardwalk, or walking along the beach, or checking out the abandoned fish market.
Oh yeah, I stole this nice new jacket. That's a lot of places.
Somewhere north of here, that's for sure. You could ask around, see if anyone's seen it.
What was the name of your agency?
My agency. Man. The Boom Boom Room. Our concept was combining high art with the lowest forms of marketing. The color red, breasts, and oil painting.
What about painting with red oil?
I convinced my partners to reinvest some of our profits in an even more high-concept cultural incubator called Thin Air. The artists were happy, the clients were happy. I was financing a group of poets in East Revachol who were developing a new universal poetic language. But then it all went to shit.
So this guy's just a con artist, right? He looks towards the bay.
If it sounds like it makes no sense, that's because it doesn't.
Lakes logic. Mixing oil paint and breasts to make ads isn't high art, it's just cynical wankery. That's so high concept, I have no idea what it means. Or, man, mixing high and low, commodifying culture, that is extremely my shit. Or, right, okay, never mind that I asked. Or, right, okay, never mind that I asked.
Asking is how you get ahead.
Let me ask you something else.
I'm all ears, Tequila.
Be seeing ya.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
Well, at least he told us some stuff about our driving situation before he started with his... Who knows how much that was real?
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
He spreads his arms as if wanting to embrace you. What are you talking about? Or good to see you too, friend. Or I'm a police officer, not your friend. Good to see you too, friend.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Well, yeah.
See? There it is, Bratushka! The spirit! Let's buy the spirit! 300 real is a lot, but this has to be done!
We can't. We literally can't.
It's our end game!
This is just another stupid drunk idea I'm having that I'm attributing to my necktie. This is the mystery and the truth, and I need to buy that spirit. Or what if I don't want to listen to my necktie anymore? This is just another stupid drunk idea I'm having that I'm attributing to my necktie.
Bratan, you don't understand! It's not just another drink! This is what our relationship has been building towards all these years! This is the climax! The mystery! The virginal sigh!
Uh-huh.
You have to buy it from him! Get it off him! Kill him if you have to! Our ultimate fate depends on it! And the fate of many worlds!
Okay.
The lieutenant looks at you, looking at the bottle of spirits, then at Rosemary.
Just think of how
suspiciously.
much money we can save by not sleeping at Garte's place.
I know. Amphetamine, or quite the business venture you set up here, or why does the bottle of spirits cost 300 real? I want to say that.
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Nod, let him speak. No one can buy spirits for 300 real. That's crazy. Or I just have the spirits and not the story today, thank you. Oh, I'll just let him speak.
You know, it's funny, actually.
He bursts out laughing, then takes 3 gulps of his Pilsner and stares at you intently.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What?
Keep him talking.
What do you mean, what? What do you think was funny earlier?
This guy.
He says and shakes his index finger at you.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Where did you get the bottle of spirits from? Or, okay, can I just get the spirits if that's okay with you? Or, you know what? I don't even want the spirits anymore. Where'd you get the bottle of spirits from?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
Uh-huh.
He ain't shitting you! Medicinal spirits are a blast, Bratan! The flaming truth of this joke of a world!
I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo,
Fine.
they call
Fine,
it.
best.
It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
He spits a nasty yellow clod on the ground before you. Ugh.
Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
That's a good tip. I should remember it. That sounds dangerous. Half a pack of butter. That sounds dangerous.
It was. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
What? Wait. Remove what? Oh, the scientific ampoule. But where was it? Or assholes, or have they no shame for taking money for a service they provide? Or okay, how? Assholes.
But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead thingies.
Gets an excited gleam in his eye. His kidney? Wait. Oh, I see. Wait. But he says kidneys, and then he says remove the damn thing. I don't know.
Like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful blue stuff.
Oh my god.
98.7%, almost pure alcohol. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
I thought it was 300 real. Or can I smell it first? Or I think it will prove useful. Yes. I think it will prove useful. Yes.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now.
Well then. Here's the money for the spirit's blue medicinal spirit.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Bratan, I am so proud! Now, whatever you do, don't drink it! This deserves so much more than just regular oral consumption!
I'm not putting it in my butt.
Just wait for my sign. Keep it with you. Keep it warm. Keep it safe. Soon we will enter the other world.
You shouldn't even know about my butt. That's not your domain.
Soon. The time will come soon. Have patience, brave one.
I was thinking maybe I'll be able to use it to preserve something or some shit. Speed. Want a pack of smokes? I'm off.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
He waves you off. I bet he means the butt. How else are you gonna consume alcohol besides your mouth? The butt. I know about that. You think I don't know about that? I know about that. Glass tear. There should be so much tear around these guys. Come on. Construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. Yeah. Oh, a thought. Sounds of life in the north. A washboard scrubs filth from fabric. Oh, is that my shivers? Through the broken glass, dusty shelves, and a forgotten chair. Whoa, baby. Hi. Here. Did you hear that? What the fuck is this ominous place? Postcard. A cold breeze is enough to make the wall planks creak. Kim, I'm scared.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot there's this. Logic formidable.
You pick over what's left of your frontal cortex.
It said 81%.
But no compelling explanations emerge.
What the fuck? It really doesn't want me to know. Bullshit. Bow knot +2 drama. Oh, it's a bow tie. Theater kid, you're sure that wearing this tie is a statement? You're not sure what kind of statement, though. Hey, and then I don't have to hear from my horrible tie. Maybe bow tie can say some other things to me, like about solving mysteries, because I'm Detective Conan now. Yeah, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. The babies are... They're participating in shenanigans at the moment.
Bratton!
Horrible tie is a horrible influence. He wants me to drink that thing in my butt. look at the baby. Little slalom. Little slalom. There he goes, there he goes. Wiggle butt, wiggle butt. Never mind. Changed his mind. Wiggle butt, wiggle butt. Ominous chair. You see a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. I don't like this room. It's like an interrogation shack. Boat. There's a boat tucked away underneath a tarpaulin cover. Oh, and we're back at the swing set. Hot. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. Well, yeah. It was me. And I was both. Fight. Fight. Oh, another thought. The planks creak beneath your weight. The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Okay, so there's some way I can go more north. Oh, hot. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering. Oh, over here. Hard to see the details. The color, all warm and welcoming, are cozy though, the colors. A flower or trough where nothing really grows, maybe in spring. Bird. Fuck this bird. Ruffed grouse taxidermy, that's worth quite a bit. I'm not gonna take that. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow. Child.
Hello, mister.
Oh my god, look at this silly cartoony face. Fucking Coraline over here. A young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She's looking at you with frank curiosity.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
BB. It's her BB. Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily.
She gazes
You
at
know
you with
my
her big
mom?
eyes. Yes, we met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
Are the twins outside your rollers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
They look identical, right? I said the same thing.
They look identical.
She slowly processes the words and snickers with laughter. She sounds older than them. What's that? Point at the stuffed bird hanging from the ceiling.
It's a grouse.
She yells, smiling broadly.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replace the broken scooter you almost certainly broke.
Well, wait. Where's the... Yeah, it said she's barely 4 or 5. And they're also supposed to be like 5 or something. Yes, but what's it for? Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds.
Sure, just go and get it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
All right. You just need to grab it from the ceiling and go.
What's that thing you're holding? Point at her toy.
It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like...
She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
I can say, Lambie looks like he's falling apart, or Lambie looks soft, or, oh, okay, well, pleased to meet you, Lambie. Lambie looks soft.
Yes. Very soft.
Suddenly she pushes a stuffed animal towards your face. Press your cheek against Lambie, or, I don't deserve it, I'm scum. Press your cheek against Lambie.
Isn't he soft?
Yeah. She's right. Lambie's very soft. She rubs the white fur against your cheek, then returns the lamb to her lap, cuddling it. I could use that healing. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye!
The girl's large, curious eyes remain fixed on you. What a nice little lady. Okay, I will take the grouse. Thank you. Book A Primer for Small Kids using it. A textbook for the first grade in primary school. Look at that illustration. On the cover, a humanoid teddy bear, that's what it is pushing a wheelbarrow full of letters. He's not doing a good job. The letter S is dangerously dangling from the cart, while E fell off a long time ago. Children should pay more attention. Gross. Don't let me down. Gross. A little black swallow circles above you. You hear it cheer up. Chirrup, chirrup. Chirrup, chirrup. Oh. The beams are splintered. The bridge didn't collapse on its own. Artillery broke it. This is a great date spot. Money. Rust-eaten letters read Mazoot. The rear tire of a motor carriage adorns these reeds. I can build myself a new carriage. Quick travel unlocked. Church. A kick drum pulse. The music is coming from somewhere on the ice. Ooh. Gross! Don't say that. Full of holes. Could the post hide treasure? Look inside. Termites. What? Alcohol potent Pilsner. That was someone's secret stash. Now it's mine. Magnesium. Maximum mag. There's so much to do now. So much has opened up. Ah! Scary, scary. Painted with pastels, someone is trying to bring cheer into the world. It must have taken a lot of patience to do this. Frequency can't be that low. Wait, is this the cryptozoologist?
A shaggy-looking girl
Nope.
in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Thanks, empathy. Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat? Dear child.
Huh?
She looks at you distracted.
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have your hat on.
So should you.
I don't have to have anything. I'm the law. You have to do what the law says. I should, and I do. Point at your hat. I should, and I do. Point at your hat.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's my hat. It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in the weather. Or now that's all cleared up, I have some questions for you. You should wear one too if you're going to stay outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Authority, heroic, regain authority in her eyes. Or is that kind of language really necessary? Yeah, it's a red check. Is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
There's a pain expression on her face. She'll answer your questions now. What's that device you... Oh wait, what's your name?
A cell.
Her hair is dyed
XL
blonde
World.
with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
And your surname? Excel who? I'm not a young suitor. This is official police business. And your surname?
Why?
I'm from the police. It's for the paperwork. Why indeed? Forget it. I'm from the police. It's for the paperwork.
Okay, it's Burger.
Burger.
A very common name.
Burger trucker. What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Shut up, encyclopedia. Yeah, any news on my wife's name? How about my mother? What am I supposed to do with this? Oh my god. Yeah, any news on my wife's name? How about my mother?
No. You're welcome.
He knows. He knows. Son of a bitch. How does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Where'd you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
What's the Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole.
I never saw 'em.
It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock.
Ooh.
Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Sounds interesting. Who's this Arno guy? Sounds like a place for congregating homosexuals. Sounds interesting. Who's this Arno guy?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
I get down, or on second thought, let's go back to the contact mic. I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
It means I'm hip beyond my years, or no, nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a wrecked tape player and a completely trashed hostel room. Or neither do I, actually. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Get down? Grind? I have concrete evidence that I rock.
That's cool.
She breathes on her fingers. Looks like she doesn't know what to say. You're right. Time has deserted me. Never mind. Let's talk about that contact mic instead. You're right. Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man. Was there something else?
I had a feeling that might happen.
About the contact mic, perhaps?
Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Wait, what happened to the headphones? And what are these recordings for? The cracks, the footsteps. What happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Uh-oh.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
Suspicious. And what are these recordings for? The cracks, the footsteps?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Just nod.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks around.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
Take this, you're cold.
The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
She looks like she doesn't really need a jacket. She looks like she's got a puffy jacket.
It's okay.
Lieutenant backs up. He throws you a glance. Now this is where a hat would come in handy. Or give her your hat. Here, you need this more than I do. Or you said it's supposed to be a music place. What is? Ask some other questions. Well, wait. I don't want to give... I have other hats I can give her. Why do they act like I don't have more than one hat? Am I not supposed to already have a hat at this juncture?
Thanks.
She puts it on. It's a bit large for her. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, wait. When did I last save? All the way back with the drunks. No. Well, on the other hand, that increased our encyclopedia, so I'll let her have it. But it should have to show her with a funny cowboy hat on. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure. Yeah, Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
Baby's making sticky poo poo. You mean like those headphones your boyfriend sold? Or why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze? You mean like those headphones your boyfriend sold?
Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
I have some other questions.
Go ahead.
The tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up. Huh? It's an empathy check. Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah.
She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles. As a mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek. Ah!
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for anodic music here.
Okay.
Not in a million years.
So what is anodic dance music?
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Secret task complete. What is anodic music? Electronic instruments like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too.
Thing
Anything that
computer.
uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
Okay.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like, if it ever comes.
So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right?
No, we're the police. Yes, why do you ask? I don't know where you got that idea. Yes, why do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. Because there are some strange things going on in that church.
Ghost cop.
If you're
ghost
police, you
cop.
should look into it, right?
I'll talk to them. We'll see. I prefer to remain non-committal. Or I've got enough on my plate as it is. I'll talk to them.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
Enough about the church then. I have another question.
Go ahead.
It's so interesting. Maybe I can get
Okay,
some more bonuses
bye.
for it at some point. Trash from some unending party. A pole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. Can I make a shortcut?
A pane of eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
What is this?
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
Push the turn it over.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Boom. How RPG.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile
Truly,
of stuff.
this is the Dark Souls
The
of
flap is open.
conversations.
Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Two of them.
Come on! Get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Look at this fucking guy. Also, oh, so there's room for me, is there?
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
He gestures for you to squeeze in. What the fuck? There's plenty of room for Goral, you sons of bitches. Smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with
Avoid the
earrings
Noid.
looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
We found it! The egg! The tape player high above his head continues to blast what's probably hypnotic music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Mm-hmm.
That means they haven't set up a single one.
You can't read all caps. Oh no. Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
EGG.
Also for talent.
EGG.
IGG.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. This place is pretty bad. Next time, watch yourself. Or was there something you wanted? Your friend Estelle said that there was a problem with the church. There's no need. This place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads!
Thanks, Egg.
Burnouts!
He looks much more normal in his model. It looks like he just has, like... Is that hair?
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Revachol.
Strike that! The world!
What the fuck?
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Fuck you, rhetoric. What kind? Or I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch. Shake your head gravely. What kind?
The spooky kind.
What exactly do you mean by spooky? Or spookiness is not a matter for police investigation. What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Is this a racist thing? You have to tell me or it's entrapment.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Well, I doubt your youth music is what they meant their property for. I'll look into it. Tell me more. Get the task. I may make up my mind later. I have questions for you first, not now. The police have more important things to do right now. I'll look into it. Tell me more.
All right, man.
He claps his hands enthusiastically.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Fucking Scooby Doo squad. What's the status of the church? I haven't gotten inside the building yet. Or what exactly are these people inside the church? Who exactly? You mentioned some kind of ecclesiastes owning the church. Who are these ecclesiastes? I want to ask about the tent full of equipment. What's the status of the church?
I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
I mean, it was hardcore in a sense. What about the key?
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Speed Freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden, cool, infused move, tossing it in your general direction. Be the cool cop. Catch the key as it flies towards you, or let it fall to the ground and pick it up like a normal adult person. Cool cop!
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left. Ka-ching! The key hits your palm.
I was hoping that would heal my morale.
The Speed Freaks nod to you approvingly.
I would have healed if I failed it. Bask in the glory. Thanks, man. Play it cool.
The Speed Freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something here.
Right, other questions?
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly are these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even seen them and you want the police involved?
Well, there's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
Babies. You can come on up. Come on in. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. You can come up. It's okay. Come on. Come on up. Come on up. What? You don't want to come up? You want me to pick you up? You're insistent? There, you can come on up. You can come on up. Come on up. Oh, this baby. Oh, this baby. Yeah? It's very baby behavior. Whereas this guy looks like he's considering it, but he might be too fucking eepy. He might just be too goddamn eepy. Hopeless. Well,
one of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about
that
the
kind of reminds me of
feeling.
Mesmer stuff.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something greater.
But you haven't physically seen anyone?
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. a couple of times, and we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's
New
kinda
cat
it.
friend. What was that about something watching you?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human, as in a ghost? Do you know what he means?
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crabman.
We gotta get the cryptozoologist on this. A crab man?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking
You know how
itself,
crabs climb the ceiling?
exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Are you sure there was a crab man? Ambush behavior, nod. Crab man.
Crabman! Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
Wait, so she found a crab.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
Thanks, logic. Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
So how can you be so sure they're burnouts and dope heads if you haven't even seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
This crab is such a
below-feeble
burnout.
attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
I think the babies want wet foods. I'm gonna go get him wet foods because he was just in my lap and he was crying, and now he's down there and he's crying up at me. So maybe he wants food. Tara was definitely looking up from where he was resting on the daybed like, Okay, wow, you can't, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire. I don't see a single thing wrong with that argument. Wow, you can't, but you do. I should have weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
I think in that specific instance, he might have remembered where there were cans, or he might have seen the can in my hand. I'm not sure, actually.
Sure. What?
Or heard the can. You mentioned some kind of, I want to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
I hate to tell you, but it reeks of sweat in here.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
He picks up a piece of telephone cord and inspects it. Wait, I also smell ether. Why? Or it's mixed with a peculiar chemical scent like laundry detergent. Or there's another thing. Wait, I also smell ether. Why?
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid?
No.
Plus 5x. It's mixed with a peculiar chemical scent like laundry detergent.
He sniffs the air, then shrugs. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind of guys who've done their fair share.
Wow, that's racist.
However, their breathing is regular, their jaws stay put, and their pupils aren't dilated. So, not under the influence right now.
All right, enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Logic, godly. Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze. +1, unexplained ether smell. +1, headphones were sold. Even some kind of Ecclesiastes owned the church.
Oh yeah, that's a Meteoran name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
Meteoran.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Before we go on, what do you mean meteorin? Or, oh, the founding party, I do know them, but can you refresh my memory? Or mask it. Now humor me, Andre, what is the founding party? Or don't mask it, I don't even know what the founding party is. What do you mean meteorin?
You know, of Meteo. Concerning Meteo.
Meteo?
Meteo, a country on Muindi. On the Muindi Isla.
He somehow made Mundi into more syllables. Oh, the founding party, I do know them, but can you refresh my memory?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation.
And?
And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
It doesn't sound like they would appreciate a dance club in their church.
You're totally wrong about that.
He shakes his head.
The Pericarnassian Church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
He violently shakes a tape player as if to see if he can break it.
Love is hardcore.
Unity. Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
He turns the volume up, then looks at you with a knowing nod as if it's obvious you will now break into dance.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
No words. Enjoy the beat. Nod your head. Or, I don't quite understand. What are you talking about? What's a posse? Or, I guess love can be pretty hardcore. Or, I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Analytic music is about love, and so is the Pericarnassian Church. Proceed. Or, no, this is too much. No sane organization will want this level of absurdity in their church. No word. Enjoy the beat.
Feels good.
Hell yeah. I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can.
He's coming around.
He nods at his friend intensely with mischievous grin. I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Anotic music is about love, and so is the Pericarnassian Church.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
His friend forms a fist with the screwdriver still in his hand, approvingly so.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving. You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if they get this club going. You've got it in you.
Maybe the thing isn't quite as you've been told.
Okay, so the
Alas.
speed freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. Youths like music. You feel as though you might have liked music more when you were young, too. But you digress.
Rub your chin. What's the gist of it?
The gist of it is, they want to turn the church into a club, but a suspicious element has overtaken the building. It's very important to understand what the gist of things is. Always consult
Logic,
the
I failed.
gist
You don't have to
before
you don't have to
making
do
up your
this.
mind. Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis complete. Their story checks out.
God damn it.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
Okay.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
I like browner. I like standards. Or look, I'm just trying to do my job. No need for extravagance. Or what is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns. I'm saying the last one.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
I wonder why it's drama doing this. Look, I'm just trying to do my job.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Wait. This will be my capo type now? Why not? Send out the telefax then. I'm not ashamed. Opt in. Or, yeah, no need. Let's keep that announcement on standby for now. Wait. This will be my capo type now?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Why not? Send out the telefax then. I'm not ashamed.
Done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course. That would be too dramatic.
Whatever, man. No. Remember, we were assured that we can multi-class sorry cop. Okay. Regular law official. Okay, so it looks like you've got a bit of the normal in you, a touch of the regular, 4 grams of Johnny Normal Cop. Who would have thunk it? You, the extremist of all the cops. You said some pretty boring things back there, and now you have 2 choices. You can either leave it behind and forget about it, or you can try to utilize your normalcy, internalize it, get a touch of vanilla back into the herring-flavored egg and licorice ice cream of your mind. Excellent. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled. A speaker, the big kind they use for live music. A pile of nasal sprays, brand name Nosifed Ultra. Oh, they huffin'. Yeah, you know what? Wait, how many? I still only have 1 skill point. When I get 2, I might forget the physical instrument thing and then learn something else in that slot.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on...
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean.
I'll help you, alright.
Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
Wait, this is... Oh, it's white. It was red for some reason. The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother. You know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Like a crab, you say?
Lieutenant nods. His face is stone. What did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
You were right. I don't believe you. You were wrong. I do believe you. Come on, quit stalling on me. What did he look like?
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
A crab and a banger?
The lieutenant raises an eyebrow.
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
A gangster crab man. Yeah, I don't believe you. You were wrong. I believe you.
Why?
She raises a brow. Seems too ludicrous for a lie. Or what would you stand to gain? Or strange things happen. Seems too ludicrous for a lie.
I guess so. Anyway, what else?
Empathy.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in her hands.
I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice feeling miserable at your age or at any age in this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It is easier to live in their failure with this by your side. Tap on the tape recorder. Put the tape recorder down. What the fuck? She's just having a kind of miserable day. I wouldn't say that she... I mean, it's jeez.
The wind howls. She
She's not having like the
remains
worst
silent.
life ever that we know of.
It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now. What the fuck?
What is?
Her shoulders shake a little. The dark. Nothing if you got this. Don't be scared.
Okay, I'll stick to it.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now.
What the fuck?
As an equal. A fellow human being.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
You said eating me? There's nothing eating me. I'm gonna walk away for now. The darkness. Therapy cop. Haunted church. Haunted church. An altar shrouded in dark, or something like that. It's too dark to tell. Dusty pews in the shadows. Many seem to be missing. You feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you. Yo, is anyone in there? A crab? Maybe also a man? Sign reads Saint Brunet 1147.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Open the padlock with the key.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
Lieutenant nods at you. Pull on the doors.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum.
Innards. Innards.
In the heart of the city.
What? Who the fuck? Merry Christmas! A strange stillness fills you as you look around. You should walk here, not run. This grotesque wooden figure looks half-finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Bark beetles? No, it looks intentional. Some long-forgotten style. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Oh, there's the wires. A prayer book has been left open. The bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Oh wait, define live. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tapes spinning on empty. A portable Harman Waushi tape recorder. It is possible it's recording... Oh, is it possible it's recording something?
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window.
What?
It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
A radio computer. And it's turned on.
He seems cautious around the machine.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
Spooky computer.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, but what is this strange thing? Pointed the machine. Wait, let me just investigate it. Step behind the computer. You're right. Let's get out of here. But what is this strange thing?
A radio computer. We have one down at the station.
The lieutenant repeats a little impatiently.
No, I don't know how to operate it or what it's used for. Let's go.
This is the Ream Prefect radio
He's scared
computer,
of technology.
a model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer.
I know everything. Wait, let me just investigate it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its contents.
Press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the ear.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
East Insulindian Repeater Station.
This is a human interface. A retired person sitting behind a switchboard somewhere.
What's the personal log?
The filament you have inserted into the core.
You mean that glowing thing with a tape on it that says log February and March?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Is this the personal log?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
A password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? Is it my birthday? This is the police. Please open this thing. I don't know the password. This is the police. Please open this thing.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for Fortress Accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
Yeah, interesting.
I'm afraid we are not doing that. Unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
A password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint?
No.
Is it my birthday?
Still no.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
You don't have to.
Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
What's Fortress Accident?
The company on whose name the terminal you're currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCS produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games.
Oh?
That's what the catalog says.
Oh?
That's not bad.
Wow, so conceptual. And what's that, this interactive call-in radio game? And what's that, this interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
You hear her ask when the connection finally improves. I'm wondering if it's like an adventure game. Like a text-based adventure game. What are you, a machine? Or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are paranoid.
Lieutenant whispers in your ears. Yvonne, my partner here told me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid. Okay, but where are you? How do you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's
Or
my
is
job
that what
to
the
know where you
computer
are,
wants you
Fortress
to
Accident.
think it is?
As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark. Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Doesn't it get lonely doing this job?
Lonely?
She doesn't have glasses.
Why
Shivers.
would it get lonely?
Talk to
I
the artist,
get to
Shivers.
talk all day to people like you over a warm cup of tea.
That's why she does this.
Nice.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do for you, Fortress Accident.
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
She says as her voice disappears into a whirl of
The
static.
machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Press print.
Nothing happens.
Press print.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Well then. Someone's siphoning electric current from outside into this antenna. So fucking weird. Wait, shoes. Oh my god, shoes. Masked bangers, red brogues. +1 empathy. The banger. These dapper snakeskin shoes have an almost invisible white-on-white flower motif sewn in the tongue. The toe caps are still dusty from lying in the church. +1 empathy in someone else's shoes. Literally. Even though, like, all of our shoes are that. Besides, like, the ones we came with. Oh my god, look at me right now! Horrible. This is horrible. This is horrible. I can't abide with this. I can't. There. Now we look like a cool guy again. Call me regular cop when I look like this? How dare.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day.
Oh.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress.
I thought Dolores Day
You
was
should
like
kneel.
a philosopher lady or some shit. Kneel. No. Leave me alone, woman. Leave. No.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you.
I bow
as
to no
if
man
under a
or
microscope.
woman. Look up. No. No, I am not your bug. Look up.
The woman looks down at you, standing there. She towers among
Encyclopedia
her
Success
followers,
Day
architects,
means God.
laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye. Of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
Wait until we're done with reading things out loud to do the thing.
You.
It's compassion, it's remorse, it's mourning. It's not possible to live. It's compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
I know you're religious, Kim.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times as you stand in the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles, her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
This is Dolores Day. Or medium 10. How did I know this is the mother of humanism? Or visual calculus, reconstruct the cracked glass. Damn it. Maybe I can get some bonuses or something. This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Delorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of the place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them, the 7 sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
You look at the machinery lying around.
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
He did just do a cross himself shit.
The lieutenant is leaving something out.
Do you know why it was abandoned? Better not to intrude upon him. Oh, better not intrude upon him. You know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces.
Oof.
The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I look around. I guess I could have been here, or I don't remember being here. I guess I could have been here.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying you were. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing, proceed, or better to forget about it. I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten.
I wonder if this is how I got.
It happened a while ago.
Some of my 3
it's
kills.
important to our business in Martinez now.
Kim, are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
Aww. Stroke your chin first. I didn't think you were spiritual, or I don't like her. She looks like a lever. Dolores Day's gonna leave me just like my bitch of an ex-wife. Stroke your chin first.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
How did I know this is the mother of humanism?
It's a mystery. A mystery sprinkled with self-pity and regret. For some reason,
maybe I used to be a bit
unknown
religious.
to your mind, looking at her delicate eyes makes you feel like you're ready for drowning. All you know is, this is the young mother of humanity, and that you should go.
Oh, I'm very...
Do something else. Escape her sad, worry-worn look.
Well, this is white, so fuck it.
A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an
saving
older
up
one beneath the younger one. And a text. A light motif below them both.
Big shot. Big shot. The stained glass window before it was shattered, there was an older one beneath the younger one. Right here. What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown.
Bullets.
Something during the raid the lieutenant mentioned. Or just hooligans looking for something to break.
Who's this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
Or a few hours for the environmental artist. The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
Appears the life death. Appears the death. The life is new.
And then along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gris, le monde est nouveau.
Phrase the mountain, the gray, the mountain, the new. This used to say afterlife, death, after
Death, life again. After the world, the
it means
pale.
after.
The pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian
Oh,
sacralism.
Greece is pale.
In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
What is the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Cool, or not very feminine, or I like the other one better, or I like this, puts the fear of God back in the words. Cool, not very feminine. Cool.
Eyes cool.
The lieutenant nods. Step back.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
Yeah, I know about the pale. I should probably end there for tonight on this very merry church shit. But ooh, I'm excited to learn more about this church. I feel like it's gonna connect to some bigger picture shit. Also, so assuming I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow, I want to do I was thinking of like what kind of Christmassy themed thing I could do, and the thing is that I have 2 of the kinds of frogs, and I don't have the kinds of frogs yet that you have to hatch in the cold environment, and so I want to make them like a fancy little crab onsen in the snow in the snowland, for comfort and for making green frogs, and I think that's very merry, very Christmas. So that's what this stream will be. But there's a chance I might not be able to stream because it looks like tomorrow's gonna be a clusterfuck. My poor sister tried to fly in tonight and it looks like she's not gonna be able to get in until tomorrow morning. I mean, clusterfuck. But we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to stream tomorrow night. Ooh, the baby. Ooh, the baby. Oh my god, Lucky. Oh my god, Lucky. Oh. Oh, did the baby. Oh, did the baby. And I'll see you all next time. Hasta mañana. Maybe you should consider clipping this moment. You never do anything for me.